Hey guys, hope you're all going well. Just got another figure review, obviously, like the title says. It is the new Captain Rex from the Clone Wars. Pretty much a disappointing figure, let me just say that to start off with. I don't even know where to start. I wasn't really going to pick this up, but really I was going to, if that makes any sense. The fact that I got Cody, he needs Rex. Come on, that's the only reason I bought it, because I got the Phase 2 Commander Cody, so I was definitely going to get Rex. I knew he was going to be crap, but he looks good. He's just going to stand on my shelf, so. But I will get on to the bad things. He does come with the usual dice, stand, card, all that sort of mumbo jumbo, and he comes with rocket launcher, well, Gatling gun sort of thing with the rocket firing missile, which really, come on Hasbro, melt this down and turn it into articulation, because we don't need it. We don't need dice. Seriously, just melt down all the dice and add it to your articulation, because then it's money worthwhile, and I don't think we need any more dice. I've got a cup full. I don't need any more dice. But yeah, it does look okay. I did think when I picked him up in the packaging, his head did look really big, and it still kind of does. But standing next to Cody, it doesn't actually look all that bad. It still is a little bit big, which I would understand a little bit more if the helmet was removable, but it's not. It's just a head sculpt, and that's all it is. It's just the sculpt of the helmet on a ball joint. I mean, a main character like Rex should be one of the best figures in the line, along with the Anakins, the Obi-Wans, the Ahsokas. They should be the best figures in the line. You know, I'm just a little bit over getting all these sort of mediocrely made figures. I will go through the articulation so I can show you why it's so disappointing. And ball hinged head, ball jointed head, ball hinged shoulders and elbows, swivel waist, swivel hips. The end. No wrist articulation, so you cannot turn his wrists anymore. He has no knee articulation, which is absolutely garbage in my opinion, and no articulation in the ankles, which I can accept that, but the knees, come on, give us a break, Hasbro. And even with the helmet, the viewfinder doesn't even move up and down. It's just a piece of rubber. I mean, it does come with his blasters, as all Rex figures do, and they do fit into the holsters, but it's just, yeah, it's disappointing for a character like Rex, who is going to be a lot of people's favourite character. He is a standout icon of the Clone Wars. I mean, he just had a 4-episode arc in the last season with General Krell. So people are going to want to put him in battle scenes, and if we do get a Krell figure, people are going to want to have Rex and Krell displayed together, and they're going to make them want to fight and do action scenes and dioramas and all that sort of stuff. But this guy's just going to be able to stand there. It's just, I don't get it. Like I said here, and you could put the helmet on an older Rex, change the pauldron and the head, but you can't, because it's a completely different ball. Now I've drawn a little face on it, so it looks like it is a removable helmet. It's a little bit smudged, but I drew a little face on him to try and make him look like Rex, but it didn't work. But I mean, even with an old Rex, you could just about pull it off putting this helmet on an old Rex figure, but because of the size of the ball, you can't actually do that. The pauldron is a nice piece. It is removable. Certainly a nice piece to be able to use for customizing for other 501st Clone Troopers, but that's about it, and that doesn't even really sit on real well. The torso is, I'm pretty certain it's just a repaint from the Phase 2 Clone Trooper, being that he has a hole in his back, and they've just reused that part and slapped a bit of blue paint on it and used that for Rex. But why couldn't they do that with the legs? I mean, at least that one had ball hinge knees. Why couldn't they do that with the legs? Overall, the detail is nicely applied. I like on the helmet here. I'll just zoom up on that a little bit more for you. He's got his tally for his kills there. And the helmet has been sculpted nice, despite the fact that it is a little too big. If he was a bit more of a broader, solid looking figure, it would be better, but because the way they've sculpted the body, it's a little bit skinnier, taller, skinnier, and the helmet's just a little bit big on that body. But again, like I said, the paint detail, they've done a really nice job on the helmet despite the rest of the flaws of the figure. He's got more of his tally marks there. And I really do like the design of the helmet. It really makes it stand out. But it's just a little disappointing. As you can see, the body is sort of got a weathered look to it. So it looks dirty, looks a bit grubby. It's not fresh off the production line, but the helmet is. That's just plain white. There's no sort of dirt on it like the body. I'm not sure if you can pick that up, but it is sort of like a dirty tinge to it, whereas the helmet doesn't, and that's just a little bit disappointing. And we've seen Rex with soft goods for the Kama, but not this time. I know Hasbro's just a little bit low on funds at the moment, it seems. And if they're going to go for this far, just phase out the Clone Wars line altogether and just bring out these characters in a realistic way for the vintage line, or the realistic line, whatever they want to do. But there's some other little paint markings on the legs there for his other tallies. But honestly, they could have done this so much better. I mean, at least that basic Clone Trooper, he had the swivel wrists. They could have used them again, and the knees. They could have used that again. I mean, for display purposes, he does look reasonably good, despite that oversized helmet. But standing next to Cody, it isn't really that blatantly obvious. I actually should have put him in the video to show you side by side. That doesn't actually look too bad. Overall, I am disappointed with this figure. They could have done so much more, but considering I'm personally not going to be setting up in action scenes, he's just sort of displayed on my shelf as is. So, but for the diorama man out there, or person that likes to put their figures in action poses and dioramas, this is going to disappoint you, because I mean, that's power of the Force articulation. We're going back 15 years plus there. I mean, yeah, Hasbro's just really taken a step backwards. Like I said, Rex, he's a main character. I mean, come on. I know I've said it already, but he is a main character from the Clone Wars. He is iconic. He is something that people see and they relate to the Clone Wars, being that he's not in the films. He's had his head all over the packaging in the past. And why can't they just make a decent figure of him? Then again, looking back at the start of the Clone Wars line at its inception in 2008, the Anakin Skywalker, the first Anakin Skywalker in the Clone Wars style, came out. He didn't have any articulation in the knees or ankles either, so. But they have redone him since a number of times, and he has been improved on, but this is a step back. But anyway, that's about all I can tell you about Rex. If you've got enough Rexes in your collection already, you don't need to buy this one, especially if you're going to be setting him up in action poses and stuff. I mean, you can't do that, but I mean, for the completist, I suppose you're going to get it anyway. I have seen the new Obi-Wan and Scorch in not Scorch, Republic Commando Boss, sorry, I don't know where Scorch from, I guess is the other one. And their articulation is the same as this. No knees, no ankles, no wrists. so I've skipped them. I wanted to get Rex to go with Cody, so that's my explanation for that. But I think I've said my piece. I've had my little rant. Hope you've all had a decent look, and by all means don't let my opinion sway yours. You want to get him, definitely go out and get him. If not, you're probably saving yourself some money. So, nevertheless, I've got a better figure to come up next. Definitely a great figure. It's an older one and it's better, so definitely stay tuned for that over the weekend. I hope you all have a great weekend. Yeah, just take it easy, enjoy, and I'll be back very soon for some more videos. So until then, guys, may the force be with you. Ciao.